Hey everybody, Talk here, and today I'm doing a response video to Speed Duel League. Now, one of his most recent videos, the one before the podcast where he talks about this, he was talking about their ban list that they're going to run for their tournaments. And it's his tournament, it's entirely fair, it's his rules, whatever. Now, I just want to talk about my particular thoughts on this. I know some other people expressed it in the comments there. Some people weren't exactly expressing themselves clearly, though I think we're all kind of on the same side on that one. Some people thought it was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think it's a knee-jerk reaction necessarily. I just think it was too fast to the nuclear option of ban. Now, what did he ban? In his particular tournaments, Sonic, I think it's Sonic Nightmare Blast, it's the Serpent Knight Dragon skill, is banned. You're not allowed to use it. And Gentle Mandor has been put to 1. Okay, let's talk about this in part. So the first part is banning that skill. I don't like banning skills. I really do not like it. I've got issues with it. I don't want people to ban skills because now Serpent Knight Dragon's useless. The card is just garbage. It's utter craptastic crap. It's horrible. Because you're never going to do anything with it. I mean, you just run a Red Eyes. It's way better. So, I don't like banning it. I understand his logic for banning it because it does generate very good card advantage. It lets you blow up stuff on the field. It's a really great skill. However, I think the better way to do this would have been to say, put Serpent Knight Dragon to 2. Okay? Because at 3, you gotta get through 3 copies of it. It's a giant pain in the rear. With 2, you only gotta kill it twice. Okay, well, let's look at it this way. If you're running Hidden Aerosol, so Hidden Parasite and Eradicating Aerosol, you can do that. You run 2 of those, you can activate the skill twice. Done. There you go. It's dead. Anyone with Order to Charge, dead. You can kill it twice without any real issue. Heck, you can run the thing over twice without any real issue. Because they're going to blow through enough resources getting it out, usually, that you can, if you can kill it the turn it shows up, you should be okay. Should. Operative word there. Should. I play beatdown decks, so maybe this is coloring my perspective of what's going on there. So I think putting it to 2 would probably have been better. And even if it's still a problem after that, okay, then maybe we can talk about it. Maybe talk about just banning the skill. Again, I don't want to do that. I want that to be the absolute last option. Maybe we can limit a couple other skills, cards instead, to kind of maybe slow down Serpent Knight Dragon a little bit, or maybe make it a little less consistent. Now, the second part of this is putting Gentle Mandor to 1. Now, the person he was talking about banned Gentle Mandor altogether. I think it was Konjik. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But he had banned Gentle Mandor, I think. He had banned Gentle Mandor. I know he banned Dice Foon, which I thought was just really weird, because you have to run the skill It's My Lucky Day to make Dice Foon worth it, but whatever, it's neither here nor there. I understand why Gentle Mandor is an issue, because if you have 2 of them in your hand, someone attacks, haha, I can summon it. It's not limited to activating once per turn, so it goes into replay, you can throw it down again, and haha, suck it, now you can't actually attack me, and you actually have to kill these via effect. And we don't have a ton of directed effects. This is kind of an issue with stall. So, putting Gentle Mandor to 1 is probably okay. I agree with him that I wouldn't really want to do it either because it's way cheaper than Sphere Karibo, and frankly, that's really, really nice because it's a good hand trap. It's a decent hand trap for basically no money. Again, I would have said let's put it to 2 first. Put it to 2 first, and now let's play it a bit, because now there's only 2 of them in your entire deck of 20 cards. There's no way to search the card, so you have to draw into it, and we don't exactly have a lot of draw cards. So, I think that would have maybe been a first step to try it that way. Put it at 2, see if it's still a problem at 2, because now the odds of you having both of them in your hand at the same time to activate it like that are fairly minimal. And most people are running the destruction effects anyway. I don't think people were running Hidden Aerosol specifically because of Serpent Knight Dragon or because of Gentle Mandor. I think they're just running it because it's good. Just straight up, it's a good combo. It gives you some very nice removal if you don't have Order to Charge in your deck. Several decks can, of course, run Order to Charge, therefore they don't have to have this as big of an issue. This is going to keep being an issue until we get some sort of targeted removal or non-targeted. We need some removal, spot removal. I can't remember the name of the trap hole that destroys special summon monsters, but that would be really nice, actually, because that would just blow up Gentle Mandor. there you go. You can run that for him. You can just side deck that in. And honestly, it's going to be useful for a fair amount of other things. That would destroy Serpent Knight Dragon. That would destroy several of the Gravekeeper cards. It would be a decent card to put in here anyway. I mean, a lot of people would probably run it. Now, those are my thoughts on this. I think he went a little too far, a little too fast, but I don't have all of the information he's got sitting in front of him because he's a tournament organizer and he runs his own tournaments on his time. So, thank you for that. So again, I don't have his intel. I don't know. Maybe he's already thought about that. Maybe he sat down and looked at the numbers and went, hey, even at 2, it's too much. Again, I don't know that. This is my thoughts coming into this. Now, here's my thoughts on a ban list for speed duels in general. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. I don't want to ban stuff. I just want to put things on a limit list. I'm a limitless type of person. You know, put things on various limiting areas and then just stop them from being a problem. Frankly, in my opinion, they keep looking at Serpent Knight Dragon, and I honestly find Stall to be a bigger problem than Serpent Knight Dragon. I would rather deal with Serpent Knight Dragon than I would deal with Stall. Stall is just cancer. I hate it. In my personal opinion, here, I think we could take a page out of Duel Links. Not completely. I have some issues with their particular way they limit things. Where you have the limit 1 and the limit 2, and you can only have one card on limit 1 and any combination of 2 cards on the 2. I don't necessarily have an issue with that in concept, I just think that's going to seriously limit you. What I would think is you should have the limit 1, limit 2 as standard, like from traditional format, or not traditional format, and the normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's just, okay, you can only have one of this card and 2 of these cards in your deck. That's the end of it. You can have any combination therein, because I don't think there's going to be a whole lot on there. What we should have, though, and this would be entirely unique to speed duels, would be a limit 3. As in, you can only have 3 of any of these cards that appear in limit 3. And, again, this is just an example off the top of my head. So, limit 1, Jar of Avarice. We're going to limit Jar of Avarice to 1. This isn't a problem because anyone who's running it is only running 1 anyway. Unless you're Stall, then you run 2 because now you can infinitely loop through your deck if you want. No, that's not okay. Put it at 1. It will never be a problem then. And frankly, no one cares about running more than 1 anyway, unless, again, you're running Stall, so who cares? If you want to run 1, you can run 1. Great. Now, in 2, this is where Serpent Knight Dragon would go, probably, and Gentlemanor would go, hopefully. Gentlemanor might have to go to 1. Again, I don't have all his info. I would say put it to 2 first. Now, in the 3 slot, again, this is straight off the top of my head. So in 3, Yomi Ship and Blast Sphere. Why? Because, simple. The only people that are running both of those is Stall. No, nobody else runs both of those at 3. You either run 3 Blast Sphere or you run 3 Yomi Ship. Personal preference on your part. It's a matter of what you want your deck to be doing. Burn runs triple Blast Sphere. I'm pretty sure Daedalus runs triple Yomi Ship because it's a water. And there's a couple other decks that'll do their own versions of this. And that's fine. Now, why didn't I put Man-Eater Bug in there? Man-Eater Bug targets. I don't really care as much. It's there. It's nice. I mean, if you want to put it in there, fine. But Blade Knight stops it, so I'm a little less... I'm less concerned with that than the other 2. The other 2 I find to be a slightly bigger problem. Again, slightly bigger problem. But if you want, we could put Man-Eater Bug in there, too. I don't think that's necessarily an issue. Put all 3 of the set killers, I guess we can call them, in there. You could argue to put Sphere Karibo in there, but I think then that might be getting a little too... We might be walking a little too far down into constricting people too much. I don't necessarily think Sphere Karibo is an issue. I think maybe at some point we might have to put it to 2, because frankly it shows up in like every deck profile. I mean, it in Windstorm, but then again, most people don't run triple Windstorm, they run 2 Windstorm. They will run 3 Sphere Karibo, though, and I think that might be a little bit of a problem. I don't think it's a huge issue, but again, that's part of the issue as to why Serpent Knight Dragon is a problem, because it's so easy to protect. Well, maybe we could take Sphere Karibo and put it down to 2, and then that wouldn't quite be as big of a problem. And then, with Gentlemanor being at either 1 or 2, I agree, it should probably not be at 3. It makes it far too easy to draw into. And that kind of starts cutting into its defenses. Now you gotta run more back row. Back row is way easier to deal with. We have Dust Storm, we've got Twister, we've got Dust Storm and Night Beam for our back row face down removal. That's slightly annoying. I would really like some more cards, but that's what we got at the moment. Really, I just think we do need a limit list. I don't think we need to ban anything. I think we need to limit some things. These are my thoughts on it. And obviously, way more cards can be thrown onto this list. I'm sure there's all sorts of cards people are like, God, that card's really annoying. Maybe we should stick that on a 2 or something. Great. I don't have an issue limiting certain cards to 2. Heatwave, maybe? I don't think Heatwave's an issue. It's not really, like, entered the meta in full force. Frankly, normal dinos didn't take off quite so well. I'm actually kind of surprised that Enchanting Fitting Room isn't running triple Heatwave, because, I mean, they're just running normal monsters, so why wouldn't you? Again, maybe they are. Maybe someone is. I haven't. I was thinking about putting it in there because it seemed like a no-brainer to me, unless you're running out of space, but I don't see how you're running out of space in an Enchanting Fitting Room deck. Again, my personal experiences here. So, what do you guys think? What card should be at 1? What should be at 2? Which card should be flat out banned? Should we do the limit 3 based off of Duel Links? Should our whole ban list and limit list act like Duel Links? I'm curious what you guys all think, because right now, Konami's not going to do it, so if anyone's doing it, it's going to be the personal tournament organizers, and then us sort of just as a general community. So, your guys' opinions matter just as much as mine, and just as much as Speed Duel Leagues and everyone else's. So, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Now, with that being said, remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Peace out, everybody.